positive mental stimulation and good vibes, filled with encouragement, inspiration, scripture, and affirmations. It's uplifting the world in support of peace, strength, wisdom, and faith. All information and resources are based on the research and opinions of the host, unless otherwise noted. All information is intended to motivate, encourage, and inspire positive change and a healthier lifestyle. This is Inspire Hour, and I'm your host, Toni-Williams. Welcome, and this is Inspire Hour podcast, and welcome. This is the show premiere for Inspire Hour. I just wanted to do something for everyone to uplift and encourage them as well as inspire them. The way things are going, it's kind of rough for some to do so. So this is the purpose of this show. Now, this show is going to be packed full of, as I stated before, encouragement, scripture, affirmations, inspiration, just to really and truly uplift the world because we support peace, strength, wisdom, and faith. Now, the world is going through a lot right now, and everyone is going through something, but we can make it through anything. That is one of the biggest things about being human, is that we can adjust, we can learn, we can grow, as well as help one another. Unity is key, but in order to do so, we must have the wisdom as well as the courage to do so. So, with everything going on, remember that you are very important, whether you're male, female, young, old, whatever your sexual preference is, whatever your nationality is, whatever you look like, whatever disability you have, none of that matters. What matters is that you are a human being with feelings, heart. You have a working brain, and we should be thankful for that and uplift all those things. We need this more now than ever before because there are so many things that go unsaid that should really be said. So I'm here to say them. And thank you for tuning in. And if you have any feedback, let me know. I welcome it all. You can email here at On One Radio for Inspire Our Podcast at onOneRadioTalk@gmail.com, and just place it to the attention of Inspire Our Podcast, and I will definitely answer those as soon as possible. Now, if you are new to On One Radio, please follow on YouTube. The name there is Tony on One, as well as on Facebook. You can primarily find us there. And on all the other social media sites, the names are Tony on One. For Tumblr, Twitter, WordPress. And just follow along and be inspired as well as inspire others. So often we beat ourselves up for the mistakes that we make when we're already going through so much. Don't do it. You learn from your mistakes and you move forward. It's that adjustment that I was speaking of. So what if you've made a mistake? It doesn't matter as long as you've learned from it. And don't be afraid to have the motivation and the encouragement to do something just because you fear making a mistake or making another mistake. We are all human. And no one can judge you for that. No one. No one has the right to judge you. So keep that in mind. As far as day to day, take it slow. Take it one day at a time. There's no rush. No rush. Yes, life is short. But if we rush, we are bound to make mistakes. So let's not do that. And save ourselves some heartache and aggravation and headache. No one needs that either. Choose to focus your time, energy, and conversation around people who inspire you, support you, and help you to grow into your happiest, strongest, wise self. Now that's a quote from Karen Samuelson. I may have mispronounced that last name. If I did, guys, let me know. And I have no problem with correcting it. But that's just one of the many quotes out there that can really help someone in their time of need. With the coronavirus going on, divorce, loss of a child, there are so many things going on, and everyone is going through something together as well as separately. So there's so many areas that we all need and can use inspiration as well as encouragement. Even I. And that's what gave me the idea for this podcast. We can do whatever we set our minds to do. If we truly believe in ourselves, we can accomplish anything. So make sure you tell yourself that as well as tell others, because when you tell others, it's a reminder for yourself. When you hear yourself say it to someone, it really hammers the point in, and you won't forget. It's active. It's hope. And it will get you through some really rough days. Life isn't perfect, and it will never be perfect. But as long as we're searching for perfection, we're never going to find it. Let's try and be content with ourselves and what we can do. That way we can avoid some disappointment. Although there are going to be some disappointments in life, but we can avoid some of that unnecessary disappointment and stress and anguish that we really don't need as well. That way we can value ourselves more, and in turn we can value others. Because if we do not value ourselves, there's no way we can value anyone else or encourage anyone else or even love anyone else. So let's value ourselves and give ourselves unconditional love. The same thing that we're out there in the world searching for is right literally under our nose, because it's us. The more you value yourself and you love yourself unconditionally, the easier the days will be and become. And that really does matter. So let's look at it like this. If we reevaluate what we put value on, we can see where we kind of go off track. See, it's the simple things in life that really would matter most. The fact that we wake up every morning, the fact that we have a roof over our head, we have food to eat, and there are so many that do not. Many of us have a love interest, we're married, we have children, so we have plenty of love around us. And unfortunately, there are people out there who do not. So cherish those things. Cherish the fact that you have love, that you have the basic necessities needed in life. Those are the things that really matter. Someone telling you that they love you as well as showing it. Those are the simple things in life. or taking a walk down the street and admiring nature. Getting that moment of exercise, being able to breathe fresh air, and you can kind of clear your mind, clear the clutter, and expel any negative feelings or emotions or anything that's kind of clouding your vision and your feelings of well-being and happiness. And for those who are spiritual or religious, that's a moment for you to talk to God. And that helps as well. Now, this podcast, as I stated before, may contain some scripture. Now, if you're not a spiritual or religious person, then it's just information for you. You can let it go in one ear and out the other, or you can soak it up and take it in and make your days a little easier to chew. It's learning, and we're going to be growing together, getting better, one day at a time, one step at a time. Anything that is positive is what you really want to take in. That way you can give it back out. Because the world needs so much more positivity flowing in it. And that's what Inspire Our Podcast is about. Putting out those good vibes, that positive energy, letting it flow around the world, and hopefully healing, even if it's just one person at a time. But the more we all share together, the more we all speak positivity, the more we all realize that we are indeed blessed, the world can become a better place, one person at a time. And if we instill it into our children, well, they can pass it along, generation by generation. And it can just be positive things flowing around the world. Now, we are all in hopes of eradicating negativity and evil and things of that nature. But it's like the yin and the yang. There's going to be good as well as bad. It's a part of the balance in life. How ironic, yet true. Without the evil, we won't understand to appreciate the good. I know. But it's true. Without that, we really won't learn to appreciate the simple things, the positive things, and the loving and caring things that are out there. Whether it's in your home, in your car, on your job, at a relative's or friend's house, an associate, positivity can flow everywhere. But we have to appreciate it. And in appreciating it, we grow and become better people, and eventually having a better society. It's that inspiration that keeps us motivated and going. Now, here's another quote for you. Now, this is also about self. And it reads, "A solid sense of self will help a person to lead a full and happy life." And that's a true quote, and that is by Kimberly Elise. And it's a very true statement, a solid sense of self. So it goes back to us understanding and encouraging and knowing ourselves. And if we're loving ourselves unconditionally, we'll have a solid sense of self. We know what we need to change, or should not change. It's all self. Because, hey, we can't tell anyone else anything if we're not about self, knowing ourselves. It's like a person without hair cannot tell you how to grow hair, Yeah, it's like that. So a solid sense of self is very important. It's very important. And it helps. It really does. And in the midst of all of this, we have to have some confidence. That confidence it's what's gonna fuel us to speak up, to say something, whether it's to ourselves or to someone else, because without that confidence, there's no courage to open our mouth and let the positivity flow or the encouragement. Here's another quote for you. If you have no confidence in self, you are twice defeated in the race of life. And that's by Marcus Garvey. And there is some truth to that. It's a lot of truth to that. As I said, if there's no confidence, you're not going to make the necessary moves and actions to better yourself or be able to assist in helping anyone else. And that's kind of a big one too. Because I know at one point, in my younger age, I had no self-confidence. Yes, I had none. Which meant I didn't have any courage to do better, to learn more. And once I got it, my feet hit the ground running. And you can too. No matter what age you are, no matter whatever circumstance you're in, you can always find the courage, you can always find the confidence within yourself to do what you need to do for you as well as others in your community. And be true to yourself. Because if we're not true to ourselves, we can't be truthful with anyone else. See, all of these things come together to form a very great foundation. Without that foundation, everything is kind of built on sand in the midst of a flood. The foundation won't be there, it won't last. And we'll find ourselves drowning in some of everything from defeat to fear to anger, disappointment, rage, depression, and no one needs those things. True enough, it's a part of life, but those aren't a need. So be true to yourself, have confidence in yourself, love yourself unconditionally. You are worth it. And never let anyone feed you in a negativity and make you feel like you are less than worth the best things in life. Because you are. Now, here are some affirmations for you to get you going for today, and hopefully it will reside with you throughout this week and you can pass this along. It goes as follows. I am beautiful, enthusiastic, dashing, happy, intelligent. I am honest, friendly, creative. I am good, kind, and determined. I am also resourceful, confident, innovative. I am impressive, forgiving, active, tenacious. I am funny, thoughtful, and talented. You are all these things. You are beautiful people, inside and out, regardless of mistakes, likes, dislikes. You are a beautiful person. Love yourself and each other, and keep the positivity flowing. Inspire Hour on One Radio's Facebook page, as well as check out On One's Day One's private Facebook group. Podcasts are also available on most podcast sites and apps. And if you want to listen live and chat during a live broadcast, visit On One Radio over at Spreaker.com. We can also be found on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, and WordPress. Until next time, have a blessed and productive day today.